Welcome back to White Mountains Today. I'm Wendy Howell, and sitting with me now we have Rachel Andrews Damon from the Fryeburg Fair. She is head of publicity and advertising.
I am.
That's wonderful. Thank you for joining us, and it's a pleasure to meet you for the very first time.
Very nice to meet you.
I look forward to the Fryeburg Fair every year. I really do. It's the smells, the atmosphere, the change in season. I just love it all.
I agree, totally. And you have children, so.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're starting a new generation of fairgoers.
Yes.
And you've been going all your life,
all my life. I was a 4-H child, and I would
Excellent.
submit my things to the fair, and I had sunflowers and quilts and all kinds of things that we would make and grow, and we still have our ribbons from the Fryeburg Fair. So bringing my kids to the fair it's a little nostalgic.
I'm sure
but
it is.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I say it's all about building memories there. And people walk in the front gate and they smell the smell.
Yeah.
The smell is what does it for me. And it takes you right back
Yes.
to when your first memories of going to the fair with your family. It was a happy day, most likely.
Yes.
And it could get me all verklempt talking about the childhood memories of the fair. And I see kids today coming in and they're loving the same things, and it really helps build families. And it's a very, very important thing that we just think we just go over to the fair, but it's all goes into your subliminal being, if you ask me.
It's tradition.
So it is tradition.
It's tradition.
Very, very traditional.
Yeah.
Since 1851.
That's wonderful. And you've been involved with the fair for a very long time as well, haven't you?
I have been, yep. A lot of people, the fair is so great because there's a lot of families who've been working at this for generations.
Yeah.
So I've been going since I think I've missed 2 in my entire life.
Wow.
And I'm 64 now. But when I was around 12 years old, my brother and I would page lost people from the main gate. Now that was before anybody had a cell phone. And the fairgrounds is pretty huge. It's still,
yes, it is.
Still very huge. And so we'd page, please send our mother to the car or whatever, or to the main gate. And we just did that. We'd have a line of like 100 people who had lost some person or another. And we would sit there and page all night.
Wow.
And sometimes people would come up and, say, could you page my brother Ben? His name is Benjamin Dover.
Yeah.
And so Ben Dover. And it's like, oh yeah, we'll page him. So it took us a couple of years to get onto those names.
Catch on to that one. Oh, that's fun. There's always such an extensive schedule for the week. So let's talk about the dates that we're running and then what you've got going on for the week.
Okay, sounds good. Well, here's our program, which is all online. Fryeburg Fair is very much online now. So you can go there and you can see our program. You can shop around and see what things you want to go to. But Fryeburg Fair it's a Sunday to Sunday deal, and it goes October 2 through 9.
Yep.
We open the gates at 7 a.m. in the morning, and we run until around 10 o'clock at night. On the last Sunday, we do have a lot of farm folks who are looking to get back to their farms and get settled again at home. So it doesn't really go till 10 o'clock on the last Sunday.
Okay.
But it will open with a bang. I mean, Fryeburg Fair has a lot to do with weather, but we have the people that come out no matter what. Snow, rain, heat, absolute bone-chilling cold over the years.
We've had it all.
We've had it all, and no one stays away.
Yeah.
We have a pretty captive audience with our campers. We have about 3,000 campsites.
Wow.
So we have a lot of people that are coming in for 3 meals a day and to just, smell the smell.
Yes.
And to just look around and enjoy everything. And you get to see the whole process of farming. When the farmers go in to feed their horses in the morning, when they go exercising, when they're going to go to pull them or whatever. So it's really pretty exciting.
Kind of a behind the scenes peek at what really goes on during the week.
It's really fun to go very early in the morning.
That's fun.
That's when a lot of farming happens.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't stop,
Yeah.
Just because they're there, it doesn't mean that it stops.
Right.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah.
So what do you have on tap for us this year?
Well, we have our big news is that we have a whole new ride vendor, and it's a group called Dreamland Amusements, and this will be their first time in Maine.
Okay.
And they're an East Coast, but mostly below New England, down to Florida group.
Wow.
And so we're bringing them in this year. So we're very excited about them, and I couldn't really tell you exactly what rides they have, so we're all going to open the gates and see, oh my gosh, these are all the things they're offering. But they really know what they're doing. They're a top-notch crew.
Oh, nice. Oh, that'll be fun to see something a little different.
Yeah. It should give the Midway a really new look, I would think.
Exciting.
So we have our 6 night shows,
Yes.
which is always big. So I can just cover those quickly if I don't have them memorized. Our biggest deal probably this year is the Eli Young Band, which is on Tuesday.
That's fantastic.
All of our night shows start at 8, and they all last about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. So they're really a good amount of time, and you won't get too bored because it's fairly short. We have a group from Maine on Monday night called Nouveau Redneck.
Okay.
That's 5 guys from Maine who are super talented.
Yeah.
They're really good. On Wednesday night, we have an AC/DC tribute band called Dirty Deeds, and I can't wait for them. I'm really looking forward to them. Thursday night, we're having RaveX back, and that's motocross tricks and a show, and it's very
neat.
exciting. Kids love this show.
I bet.
So they're coming back again this year. Friday night, we have an up-and-coming country star named Alexandra Kay. I've gone on YouTube and listened to her work, and very, very top-notch.
Nice.
And then Saturday night, the big show, we're having Nate Smith. He's got a great name, and he is a super country star. And a lot of these folks are on their way up. They're stopping at Fryeburg Fair right as they move to the big time. So, but everybody should give everyone a chance and just come out and support these folks.
Absolutely.
They put a lot into their music, a lot into their performance, and it should be really good. So otherwise at the fair, we're having the usual plenty of draft horses, cows of every variety, oxen. The thing we will not be having this year is poultry and birds. There's I forget the name of it, but it's the bird flu virus in Maine.
Okay.
And so it is suggested by the Department of Agriculture that no birds be put into public places to transfer that to each other. The bird flu is not transferable to humans, so but we're going along with that. So our poultry barn won't be open.
Good to know.
But we still will be having our chicken coop, which is made by the staff at Fryeburg Fair. That's a raffle item.
Okay.
And that's always exciting too, because the fair delivers that along with a few chickens. I don't know if they'll do that this year, to the winner. And one of the nurses at Memorial Hospital won it one year, which was kind of cool.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, it's good to have somebody local win.
It is.
That's great. Traffic can sometimes be a little heavy getting into the fair. What are your suggestions you said you had some little traffic tips to offer.
I do have traffic tips.
Our guests.
Okay, so if the weather's good, you have to come early to the fair.
Yes.
And you pretty much have to stay late as well. So one thing you can do if you're coming from the south is you come around to 113. Don't just come into Fryeburg on Main Street, and because you could really get jammed up in there. And that's from every direction, from the Bridgeton direction, from the Conway direction. But you want to come in from the north end. So go to the Conway Police Department, go down East Conway Road, cut across Corn Shop Road once you get into Maine, and then come from Route 5 north, heading south, and come into those gates.
That's important to know. Write that down.
Very important to know. Now our big days are Monday, which is Woodsman's Field Day, which promises to be fantastic this year. We're going to have a display of oxen pulling logs out on the track. And I've talked to a lot of oxen people who really are steeped in the history of oxen, and they always say everybody thinks horses helped build America, but it was oxen that built America. And I've done my own research, and that is pretty true.
From the studies that I've done, even right up through school, there were always lots of oxen. Lots of oxen. Great animals.
So Woodsman's Field Day is a very popular day, and then Friday night, because we have fireworks that night, and Saturday is our biggest day. Opening day can be huge because if the sun comes out, people are going to race to Fryeburg Fair, which we want people to race to Fryeburg Fair, but we don't want people to feel agitated by the traffic that they've been stuck in. We are built on rural roads. I don't see any big highways going through Fryeburg anytime soon, so we have to learn to adapt. And just be patient and try to come early. That we have plenty of coffee and donuts and French fries and sausage sandwiches and breakfast sandwiches and anything you possibly want to eat. So you can get all your meals there. And we have gluten-free things this year
Nice.
again. So we really have it all at Fryeburg Fair.
You can make a whole day of it easily.
Yes.
Easily.
And I have to say that I recently went to another fair, which I can't name, but there were very few places to sit down. And Fryeburg Fair takes great pride in making sure there are plenty of rest spots for everybody.
Sure.
So you're not jammed up with people. And this year we're putting another 50 picnic tables out.
Nice.
So it should be really, there's plenty of space to just sit and watch people, which is the best thing ever. One of our other big things that's happening this year is that Vinny Lonavaro from Brownfield is bringing his Sunflower Farms pizza back. Now, Vinny was out for a couple of years because of COVID, but he's in a new location. It's going to be right near the dairy barn. That's going to be a very popular area, and everybody's really excited to see Vinny again.
That's wonderful. His pizza is famous.
His pizza is famous. Vinny's famous.
Yes.
He's a brilliant man with some great thoughts about life in general.
Aw.
And so you can get the pizza, and everybody's always talking to Vinny and just hearing what he's thinking about life today. So
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
He's a philosopher in a sense.
he is a pizza philosopher.
Pizza philosopher.
I like that. He should change his sign.
Yeah. But then sunflower pizza.
Right.
So tickets this year are how much?
They're $12.
Okay.
Yeah. And on Tuesday, senior citizens are free. So 65 and over, you get in free. That's always a popular day as well.
Okay.
Let's see, kids 12 and under are free. And you can buy a wristband for the week for $80 if you want to.
Okay.
And that does have to be purchased at the fairgrounds. You can buy online tickets if you want to help yourself cut, down the line time in the ticket line. But we have a ton of ticket takers there, and we move the lines along pretty darn fast.
Wonderful.
So
Sounds like you've got all the bases covered.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Well,
we're on autopilot a little bit after this many
I bet.
years. Yeah.
I bet. Rachel Andrews Damon from the Fryeburg Fair, thank you so much for joining us.
you.
And please go to the Fryeburg Fair.
Definitely come to the fair. Here's your program.
There you go. Thank you so much. You're watching White Mountains Today.